Okay, so how do you do question number 11 in the first problem set somebody asked me? So we've got 22 pieces of data, and what you got to remember is how to find percentiles. One way to do it is to take, so if I'm looking for the 90th, the number that represents the 90th percentile, remember that's a number that chops off the bottom 9% or the upper 10%. And the method that Dr. Stevens has us using is you take the percentile, divide it by 100 to make it a proportion, and you multiply it by the number of numbers you have. So that gives me 0.9 times 22. And if I do that arithmetic right, I'm going to cheat and use a calculator. I will not lie. So 0.9 times 22. I should be able to do that in my head, but I mean 19.8. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to round up to the next number, because I don't have an index of 19.8, so that's 20. So the 90th percentile will be the 20th number, which is 93. And as you can see, that is the correct answer. Okay, so now, how do we do the 5-number summary? Well, the 5-number summary consists of the minimum number. And if we look at our set of numbers, the minimum number is 35. If we look at our maximum number, the biggest number is 97. So that's how they got that number and that number. And those always hold true. Now, to get the rest of the numbers, the second quartile is the same thing as the median. And the median cuts the data set in half. So basically what we're looking for Q2 is the same as the 50th percentile. So if we do 50 divided by 100 times 22, well, that gives me 0.5 or 1/2 times 22, which is 11. And if you use his rule, and actually let's talk about why we have to use his rule. The 11th number, since there's 22 numbers in this data set, the median is going to be in a number such that half the data will be below that number, half the data will be above that number. And since that number is going to fall in between 70 and 74, because those the 11th and 12th number respectively, we have to find the middle number. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, and his rule is, if you get a whole number when you do this calculation, you want to find the average of this number plus the next number. So we're going to find the average of the 11th number and the 12th number. So the 11th number is 70. The 12th number is 74. I'm going to add those and divide it by 2, and I'm going to get 72. And then we can do the same thing for the lower quartile. The lower quartile is the same thing as the 25th percentile. So 25 divided by 100 times 22 should be 5.5. So I'm going to round up because that isn't a whole number. So the 6th number should be the lower quartile, and they're telling me 61, and that's what they're getting for an answer. And then the upper quartile, Q3, that's the same thing as the 75th percentile. So 75 divided by 100 times 22 works out to be, I'm really being lazy today, times 22 is 16.5. So we're going to round up to the 17th number. And 17th number is 85. And lo and behold, that's the answer they got. So hopefully that'll help you solve this question when you see it on a quiz next week.